We welcome you into the Mason Arena for tonight's pink out game between the Mason Comets and the Withrow Tigers. I'm Daniel Panetti, joined alongside Isaac Vargo for today's game. And Isaac, we just mentioned the pink out game. This arena decked out, especially the student section in all of their pink shirts. It's a great chance for the Comets to get back into the win column tonight.
Yeah, like you said, it's a great opportunity for the Comets. Withrow and Mason have been struggling mightily the last couple of years. Going into record-wise, 7-25 overall record for Withrow the last 2 years. Mason not far behind, 9-21. But the last couple of years, it's been a lot of competition for both of these teams, especially for the Mason Comets in that GMC conference. They just played Lakota West on the road. Really tough matchup there. But it's a great opportunity, as you said, tonight. Pink out game, student section's alive. It's an exciting matchup.
It's a first meeting between these two teams since the 2012-2013 season, where these teams met in the playoffs. The Tigers, last one's getting a stand between these two. Tip-off coming here in just a couple of seconds. Comets have lost 9 of their last 10, trying to rebound here tonight. Toss won by the Comets. It starts with the junior point guard, Bryson Johnson. He's guarded by Baldwin at the top. Johnson looking for a rebound game. Only a couple points in that loss. Lakota West, an early three from Wyatt Cooper, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Back into Cooper. He goes up with it and gets the second chance. Comets strike first.
Yeah, that's something Mason's going to have to do all night long. Withrow, one of the smallest teams in the Cincinnati Metro Conference. Just their tallest player at 6'2". Comets are going to have to be physical and get those second chance points all night.
Baldwin was looking there. Now Johnson tries to get it but slides out of bounds. He was looking for Jalen Grant, number 0, but the ball takes too far of a roll and it goes out.
Yeah, good hustle there from Bryson Johnson. The Comets have a great chance here, and they have something to prove in this game. They've lost 9 out of the last 10. That one win just being against Coleraine, so they have something to prove here. A lot of people watching.
Fabian Coker with a deep three, no good, an air ball. And Isaac, I think it's a good chance to look at this team's three-point percentage. As a team, 21.3%. And look at Coker, one of the best shooters. He's shooting 20.8 behind the line. It's a team where, Coker's averaging 17 points a game. He's not hitting those threes.
Yeah, Cooper almost 40% from the field, but as you said, 20% from the three-point line. So he's got to look inside in this game.
Last time the Comets were in this building, it was against the Fairfield Indians, the top team in the GMC. They took it to overtime, so a little bit of a hot hand, even coming off of a loss there. Nice pass down. Now to Coker out on the left side. He finds Baldwin at the wing, guarded by Cooper. Now Grant takes it on the right side. Just launches a three, no good. Rebounded by Tyler Lupinski. So far, the shots not falling for the Tigers.
Withrow's looking at this 2-3 zone.
Nice pass there to Johnson. He delivers with the left hand. Comets are just ruling the paint on offense so far, something we haven't seen all year from them.
Yeah, and it mostly comes, as we said earlier, with that size advantage. They haven't really had a size advantage, or they've been the underdogs in almost every single game this year, so they definitely got the confidence down low, especially at home in the pink out game.
On the 21, Adams. He finds Carter on the right side. So far, the Comet defense not letting the Tigers inside the three-point line at all. Great defense right now from the Comets. Baldwin drives in, goes up, it's blocked! Wyatt Cooper, first block of the night, but right back into the hands of Fabian Coker. And listen to the student section, Isaac, the most alive I think they've been all year.
Yeah, we saw on the Lakota West broadcast, the Comets had multiple shooters getting that three-point line and make an air ball, and that's a huge comeback there from Coper to get Withrow on the board. As we mentioned, Coper just 5th in the conference with 17 points per game. He's their scorer for sure for this Withrow Tigers team. Just the second scorer as a freshman, number 22, Savon Davis at 10 points.
Yeah, and we look at Coker, his best performance this year, 34 points versus Scott High School. He shot 11 for 15 from the field. He's had 5 games this year where he scored over 20 points. I mean, a guy who plays with a lot of aggression. You watch some of the film from this year, he will drive in on your defense. So, you know, the Comets, they're pretty used to that. They've seen it a lot this year. If they're going to want to win this game, they got to keep number 4 in check.
Yeah, that's definitely what, as you said, they faced a lot of those guards in the GMC. Curry last game, a couple guys from Princeton for sure.
As that time Lupinski makes it for the Comets, 6-2, an early lead for Mason here on this pink out night. Baldwin will take it up at the top. He's been the main guard for this team so far tonight. Out to Coker.
Something seen early in this game. The Comets are sagging off on that three-point shot, not trying to get beat in the inside.
Grant tries to get it inside, but it's deflected by Jacob Lupinski. Johnson goes up with it and gets to 2.
Yeah, not a lot going on offense for Withrow. It's kind of trying to find who's going to be the scorer in this game, kind of taking turns shooting the ball, and Comets are doing a great job getting that passing lane, taking advantage of it.
Coker at the top, pulls up from the line. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Now quick in transition. A 3-on-3. He just takes it up himself. No good. And rebounded by Jalen Grant.
Yeah, I like that take from Johnson. It's been great the last couple of games. We talked about that Kings game. 35 points. Definitely a guy that could go off tonight and has the ability to finish inside.
And Baldwin at the top. Out to Carter on the right side. Now to Grant, he floats one up, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Lupinski. Quick, Johnson, a 2-on-1, and he gets fouled on the way up there, it looks like.
Yeah, beyond Coper, it's his first of the day. The first foul of the night from both teams. Just 3:20 left in this first quarter of play.
Johnson will go to the line, 68.7% from the line so far this season. We've mentioned a couple times his best game this year when they went to Kings. Well, he shot 15 for 22 from the free throw line, first one good. Isaac, rarely do you see a guy, even as a guard and the way that Bryson plays, go to the line 22 or shoot 22 free throws in one game.
Yeah, that's Bryson's forte. He likes to take it inside. He's not too much of a three-point shooter. Has taken almost 70% of his shots inside the painted area. He's got the good finishing. Looks like it's going to be a violation.
Yeah, lane violation. It looked like Coker may have went too early. So Johnson, his second free throw rolled around, no good. Now he gets his second chance. Makes the most of it, gets the second one to go. Comets now a 10-2 lead. Baldwin up at the top. He goes to the free throw line, now passed out. Drives in, that shot no good, rebounded by Johnson again. Quick, one more time, pass it down to Lupinski. Off the board and in. That pass looks like he may have caught Lupinski off guard a little bit, but he makes the most of it.
Yeah, Bryson Johnson loves to do those no-look passes. He caught Lupinski by surprise already in this game and caused a turnover. But Dan, what I'm noticing on every single one of these Comets rebounds, it's Bryson getting that rebound going in transition against this Withrow defense.
Carter stuck on the left side, now gets it down to Marco Adams at the top. He finds Coker. Tough defense there. Looks like Dylan Ringwald. It's a pick, left side, a 3. No good. None of these shots falling.
And if you're Mason, you'll take that all day.
Johnson out to Lupinski. No good on the 3. Rarely do we see Jacob Lupinski take those threes. That's only his 8th of the year. That makes him 2 for 8.
Lupinski is one of those guys that can spread the floor and make those three-pointers. Hasn't really gone down this year, but we've seen with multiple of these Comet players that the more they shoot, the better they get.
Nice pass down there inside. Looks like Bonner there. Now early, a three, it's good! Big shot there from Dylan Ringwald. He gets himself on the board, and that's big if the Comets are going to keep this lead, is for number 3 to be shooting like that.
Yeah, I like the confidence from Ringwald. No hesitation going on transition. Comets have a 11-point lead. Dan, you got to think it's one of their biggest leads they've had in a very long time, which is a great sign. About a minute left in this first quarter.
Shot no good, rebounded by Johnson. Less than a minute left. Wait on the call.
Johnson again, it's a block. Only the second of the half from both teams. Comets still have not had a foul in this first half, and first quarter, and it mostly comes because Withrow hasn't attacked the basket at all. Trends checks in for the first time today.
He retrieves the pass at the top. Out to Ringwald on the left wing. Had plenty of guys open. Now Tyler Lupinski likes his matchup. He's going to just take it in. Got no good. Comets turn it over.
Look for Withrow to go for one shot here, or 2 for 1 if they want.
Trying to get some points before the quarter ends. Adams with it at the top. It looks like they're just going to try and keep it down to the end of the period. Nice pass down to Coker. He goes up one-on-one. No good. Offensive rebound. The second chance connects.
It's a huge basket for Withrow there. 10 seconds, see if the Comets can attack.
Johnson floats one up and answers back immediately with 2 seconds left in the quarter. They're just going to have to let one fly. They do. Close, but they do not connect. One of the best first periods we've seen all year from this Comet team. We head to the break. After one, Comets 17, Withrow 6. We welcome you back into the Mason Arena for the start of the second period here on this pink out Tuesday. The Comets lead of a score of 17-6. I'm Daniel Panetti, joined by Isaac Vargo. And Isaac, we recap that first period. One of the best periods of basketball that we've seen from this Comet team all year.
Yeah, absolutely. And it mostly comes in transition against this Withrow team that hasn't really attacked the basket at all. We mentioned no fouls in the first quarter from Mason, playing clean basketball, especially on the defensive side. Withrow's changed. They haven't been able to get in that zone defense of theirs just because Mason has scored all their points in transition.
It's something to mention. Comets came into tonight worst rebound differential out of any team in the GMC, and they're not only winning this rebound battle, but it's not even close. They've been grabbing almost every single board. Baldwin with it at the top. The Tigers have been loving this kind of spread out offense. All 5 of their guys outside the three-point line. Now to Coker. He drives in, tries to pass it out, but it's deflected. Max Sherplin in on transition. A 2-on-2. Resets. Ringwald a 3. No good. Trent's fighting for it on the rebound, but may have been too physical.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness from the freshman Trends, but just a little too aggressive, as you said. Loose ball foul. First foul of the night. Yeah, committed by the Comets.
We talk about Max Sherplin. He's returned to this team, missed 7 straight as a sophomore from Russia. And in his first game back versus Fairfield, he had 10 points in that return. The Comets, they've been missing that kind of player. He comes in 6'2" in height, and Comets already a small team, but they get one of their more physical guys back. That's big. 3-point shot, no good. Going for the rebound. Tried to keep it in. Looks like the Comets will get it.
It's a good look there from Withrow, but just again couldn't get it to drop. They got to start attacking their strengths in this game. It hasn't really worked out with this 3-point shot today or at all this season. We did mention 20% from 3. That's the worst in their conference.
Trends out of Ringwald. Back to Sherplin on the corner. Nice pressing defense. Nice pass to Johnson. And so many times tonight we've seen that. Johnson just breaking right in. There's another one for the point guard.
That's a great look there from Trends. He's starting to get way more comfortable in every facet of the game. He started to get outside of the 3-point shot, starting to facilitate, really show. He's going to be a 4-year starter unless injuries occur for this Coach Tui team. Yeah, so more experience he can get under his belt.
3-point shot is good on the right side. First 3 of the day for the Tigers, now 19-9.
And that's the type of momentum they have to get on their side. Johnson is unstoppable right now.
Johnson flips what happened on the last possession. Nice pass to Trends, and he connects on the 2. Bryson Johnson, top 3 in the GMC on assists. He's reaching 100 or probably reaching what was the top mark tonight already, multiple.
And mostly those reasons, especially tonight that he's had all those assists, is no one can guard him in that one-on-one matchup when he's going downhill. Yes, Withrow going with this, looks like a little 4 corners action, trying to slow it down a little bit. Down 12, interesting strategy. Haven't really seen this a lot all year long.
Yeah, back to Johnson. He now is over 50 assists on the year with how many he's had tonight. And here's a quick transition, another 2 for Bryson Johnson. And get ready to see the stats after tonight, because number 1 is going to be at the top.
Yeah, you got to love what you're seeing, especially Bryson Johnson. He's been the leader on this team in scoring and in leadership. He's taken on that role, and for him to get a little bit of confidence back, feeling a little bit better about this team after this.
Shot from Adams. Looks like he got hit on the way up. He'll be sent to the free throw line.
2 fouls on the game from the Comets, both coming from Trends. We'll see if Coach Sui elects to keep him in or give him a quick break.
Adams 2 for 2 on the year from the free throw line. Hasn't been to the line almost at all. First one up, too short, no good. Look back on the assist counter. Bryson Johnson comes over now the 50 mark, but still way behind number 1, Trey Perry of Lakota East with 66 as of right now. So Johnson creeping up there, but it's been an incredible season for Lakota East and Perry. I don't know if he'll catch up to him. Second free throw, no good as well. And Withrow had no players back there to try and get a rebound. Comets take it up with ease.
One of the first drives we've seen in a long time that Withrow's gotten into their zone.
Big 3 from Wyatt Cooper, who's been coming into his own all year this year. 28% 3-point shooter. We look at that Fairfield game, he had 24 points as Withrow and Baldwin passes it out to the student section.
And when the Comets are shooting like this, you got to get out of that zone, especially Wyatt Cooper. He's been in the zone lately with 6 threes in a game the last couple of games. He's been a star for this team, especially against that Fairfield team.
He was 6 for 11 from the 3-point line versus the Indians. Main reason why they took that top GMC team into overtime. Trapped in the corner, nice deflection by Baldwin. It goes out of bounds. And now here's a chance tonight for the Comets where you have a feeling you'll be able to try a lot of things out, and it's nice for a team like this where you get to put in your JV players, something like that. And there's a big 3, Austin Trends, the freshman. He gets onto the board from the 3-point line tonight. Big shot from the freshman.
The Comets now moving to that zone. Seen a couple of mistakes from this Withrow team. trying to get a couple pressure on him.
Out to the left wing, a 3 ball. No good, rebounded by Johnson. A nice move, pass down to Cooper. Johnson's gonna take it in once more. Goes up with the left hand. He gets a hand to the face on the way up. He'll head back to the line. But as I was saying, Isaac, we'll probably get a chance to see some of these JVers get some action tonight the way that this game's going. Maybe see some Bryson Barnett, Jack Droge, Jude Markich, some of these JV guys.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Tui's tried to do all year. And it's a lot better when you're on that winning side of the table and you're getting those guys in and everybody's all pumped up when those guys get in. Another guy, Cole Swanson, he got a lot of playing time at the beginning of the year. He's kind of slowed down during the duration of the season.
Austin Trends, offensive rebound, looked to try and get it out to Johnson, but said, I like my size advantage here. Just floats it up, and it drops right in.
Yeah, and this is a classic example of the difference between the Cincinnati Metro Conference and the GMC. You're looking at the best team in the conference. There's 2 different divisions. There's a red and a blue, and the best is Taft. And the Comets beat Taft last year, so it just shows how deep this GMC is and how when you play such good teams, it makes you so much better over the course of the season.
So here we get a nice look here at the black hole, the student section tonight, all decked out in their pink shirts that were being sold in the Comet Zone all week. Now, these pink out games, the Comets always show out well. You look back at last year, it was versus the Hamilton Big Blue, and Isaac, I know you remember that game very well. Comets took that one to overtime after some free throws from Bryson Johnson, but it was one of my favorite games that I've been able to work, and it shows the atmosphere that this student section in Black Hole can create is, one of the top in the conference, I would say.
Yeah, going back to that game, Bryson Johnson is definitely a game that he circled on his calendar, especially how it ended last year, how he was so good at the free throw line, and then he just came up short at the end. And so far we've seen he's been cold-blooded this afternoon against the Tigers.
Yeah, he's now likely driven that free throw percentage up from 68.7 from where he came in tonight to that 70 mark. Great turnaround that we've seen from Bryson Johnson this season. And we look at last game, was not his best. He did have 9 points, but he shot 3 for 12 from the field at Lakota West, and you can tell the student section of the Firebirds are kind of getting in his head, but here tonight he's responded back perfectly.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, we've seen the GMC, it's how you can shoot the ball. We've seen Lakota East kind of stumble against Oak Hills and teams like that, shooting 20%. And we saw in that Lakota West game, they shot 75% in the first half. You're not going to be able to beat a lot of teams shooting that percentage. You see Mason shooting a lot better than Withrow, and the score shows it.
Sherplin drove in, and Isaac, I know if I was a defender, if I saw Max Sherplin at that 6'2" frame driving in, trying to get a layup, I wouldn't even try and defend him the way that he goes in so aggressively. Like we said, the Comets have just been missing that. Bad pass now in on transition. Coker goes up with it, no good. Rebounded, or almost rebounded by Trends, but it'll go out of bounds.
That's a good take there from Coker. It's the a second turnover for this Comet team today. A couple subs, Tyler Lipinski and Dylan Ringwald check back into the game. Comets with a 25-point advantage, the biggest they've had all year long in one half. And it's kind of been, we've seen multiple times this year, this Comet team has struggled to play 2 sides of the ball and play 2 halves of basketball.
A minute 44 left in this first half. Goes out of bounds. Baldwin looks to throw it in. And yeah, like what you're saying, Isaac, the Comets, we have seen them play complete games, but not many this year. It's been those one great halves and then starts to kind of fall apart there in the other one. But tonight, we hope that trend doesn't continue. They can kind of rewrite that narrative. So there'll be a shooting foul on Dylan Ringwald. It's the third in the quarter for the Comets.
Something to mention, it's kind of been a clean basketball game so far. Only 7 fouls overall between both of the teams this whole half.
Coker, the best free throw shooting Tigers, 77% on the year. Hits that first one. Score now 34-10 in favor of the Comets. Once again, we're seeing the Tigers not put anyone else out there other than the shooter. Don't really need to when you have a guy who can shoot so good from the free throw line. He drains all 2 of them.
For the Comets to go through their offense, kind of slow things down. Withrow's going with that pressure to try and get a couple steals. You see right there, speeding up.
Yeah, Johnson was looking for Jacob Lupinski. Would have been a great transition there from that left side. It was Cooper to Johnson, then a bounce pass down to Lupinski. Instead, it just gets away from him. Comets turn it over. Good pass out to Adams. Now Baldwin. Nice bounce pass down low. No good on the shot. Comets in transition again. 2-on-2. Ringwald up with it. Hits it off the board. All of these Comet shooters are shooting very well.
That's just confidence. You haven't really seen Dylan Ringwald take it in like that, especially in the paint. He's been exclusively three-point shots for this team.
A big three-point shot for the Tigers. That's their second of the game. It's their little student section excited. Ringwald to Johnson. Open three. He'll take it from the top. No good. Rebounded by Charles Alexander.
Yeah, it's still something where we haven't really seen from Johnson at his high school level. It's getting to that three-point line and knocking down those shots. It's mostly because he hasn't really shot a lot of them because he's so interior. Like, he's such an interior guy. But he's only shot 26% this year from three. Just in and out there. 19 seconds to go in the half. Comets lead by 22.
That foul went against Wyatt Cooper. We saw this in the first quarter with the Tigers had it all the way down to the end where they just held it almost all the way to that buzzer. Likely to see that one more time as Baldwin will throw it in. Delay from the officials. Now launches it down, high pass out to Adams, and here we see them just hold it. Lupinski looked to be creeping up on him, now gives some space. Adams drives in, goes up with it, no good on the shot, gets the rebound, up with it again, no good. Gets the steal, ball on the ground, and the clock will sound. So we head to halftime. The Comets a commanding 36-13 lead here on the Pink Out night in the Mason Arena. We'll head to half. Stay tuned. We welcome you back into the Mason Arena for the start of the second half here on this Pink Out Tuesday. Comets a commanding 36-13 lead after one great half of basketball. I'm Daniel Panetti, joined alongside Isaac Vargo. And Isaac, that first half, it was just textbook from the Comets.
Yeah, it was a great first half, as you said. It was mostly on those transition. And right there, as you can see, the Comets shot it very well, spoiling into the second half.
Yeah, Dylan Ringwald, I'm pretty sure that's his third three of the game. He's been shooting incredible. When Ringwald is shooting good from the three-point line, this Comet team as a whole is playing so much better. Cooper, a one-on-one, went up with it, but fouled on the way there.
Tough call there against Withrow.
Yeah.
Looked like it could have been all ball. Looked like since Cooper leaned in with his shoulder, he did get the benefit of the doubt.
A 62% shooter, second on the team. And look back at Ringwald. In the games where he's been scoreless from the three-point line, Comets, just as a team, just don't play well. But when he shoots good from that line, it's when the Comets are either winning or they're more in the game than not. Ringwald hits that free throw as well. Nice start to the half for the Comets. There's Baldwin will take it up, getting trapped. Dangerous pass, but he's able to haul it in. Now out to Carter on the left side. Deflected away. Ringwald on transition. Now to Cooper from Johnson. Beautiful ball movement. Wyatt Cooper, another score here in the third.
And these are all great habits that the Comets are doing right now. In this game, you know almost certainly you're going to win the game, but you can't practice bad habits while winning the game. There was a possibility that this Comet team, it's one of the first times they've been favorites or not underdogs, you could say.
Big three there from Bryson Johnson. We've been wanting to see that all night, almost pretty much all season for this team. He missed his first one earlier, that time from the corner. Nothing but nets on it.
Going back, since they're not underdogs, it's kind of, you feel like they could play down to Withrow's level, just seeing their record and who they've played and who they've lost to. But the Comets have answered the call today, leading by 33 now. And we mentioned in that first half broadcast, we'd like to see a couple of these JV guys maybe get in. Bryson Barnett's been lights out from three-point land. Braylon Payton's a senior. He hasn't really got a lot of playing time. One of the bigger, most physical guys on this Comet team. And Jack Droege, he got a couple starts in that mid-game season. It's a really good three-point shooter, hasn't gotten the game as well. So we'll see if Coach Tui elects to keep their guys in, because the more you can have your starters in, get that chemistry going, get more confidence with each other, the better.
Yeah, and looking at the schedule upcoming for the Comets, this is a great chance to get hot before they have a Lakota East game on Friday the 31st. But after today, they'll stay here and they'll play Hamilton, the Big Blue, a rematch of what this was last year, the Pink Out game. Obviously, won't be the Pink Out game because of tonight. But Hamilton, 2-11, 1-7 in the conference. So the Comets, and after that, they play the Sycamore Aviators, who they saw earlier this year. That went into overtime. I was able to call that with Mr. Connor, where the Comets were just a few shots away from taking down the Aviators. Nice play on defense there from Wyatt Cooper, is able to get to two. Comets look to be playing a full court press. We haven't seen that at all tonight.
And even talking about those couple games, if they can get those wins, Lakota East isn't too far off if you can get a win, because we've seen multiple times in the past when they face Lakota West, Nathan Nadukovic. These guys that have scored 25 points per game, the Comets have shut them down and had the other guys on those teams try and step up in a game. And we've seen the Comets have stayed with a couple teams, especially in the first half, stayed with Princeton in the first half. So if they can get that hot streak like we're mentioning, things could be looking up for this Comet team. Right now we got a running clock in this second half of play. Anything above 30 points, OHSAA.
Looking back to Lakota East, as you said, they're coming off. They've lost two of their last three. They had a bad loss to Middletown, 64-43. Only put up 49 versus the Coleraine Cardinals, and then a 20-point loss to Aiken. So the Comets could have a chance to, catch the Lakota East on a bit of a cold run.
And in both of those games, Trey Perry is obviously unanimously the best player in the GMC. And if he's not shooting lights out, it could be a good game for the Comets. But going back to this game, it's kind of just been all Comets slowly but surely getting their way down the court, getting good looks.
Yeah,
that's not what you like to see.
Perry, who's likely to take home the GMC Athlete of the Year for boys basketball, wasn't able, was in contention the last 2 years. 2 years ago it was Deshaun Krim for Fairfield. Last year, Riley Burgess of Sycamore. So now it kind of looks in favor for Perry to take it home.
Talk about some pretty good company right there.
Yeah, Riley Burgess now at Purdue, one of the top college basketball schools in the nation. Grant out to the left side. Pass back to Baldwin at the top. He takes up on Ringwald and Sherplin. Comets get the rebound. Now Johnson. Pass down to Tyler Lupinski out to Ringwald. Johnson will drive in again. And man, the driving in from Bryson Johnson. I mean, Withrow has had no answer to it all night. Comets a 35-point lead.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, Johnson took a lot of those floaters and he just couldn't drop for him. And ever since that Kings game, he's got his touch so much better, and that's the reason why his points have skyrocketed in the past 7-8 games for this Comet team.
Adams will take a three, and he will hit it. Nice shot there from the junior Marco Adams, who came into tonight. Hadn't hit any threes he'd taken at all this year. Well, it seems like he's hit a couple tonight. Nice transition there from the Tigers. They get that one. Adams again.
And yeah, you might be up by 30, but again, the small things matter, especially in games like this where you're controlling. You could get a little complacent off the gas pedal. Can't have any turnovers like that.
Another three. Dylan Ringwald has been cashing all the checks so far tonight. There's another three for the senior.
It's great to see from Ringwald. Another double-digit performance from him. Another one of those shooters that can get high and win you or even come close to a game. Wyatt Cooper, we've mentioned before in this broadcast, 6 threes, almost took down the #1 team in the GMC, Fairfield, just because of that three-point shooting, and that could lay a spark for number 3.
Coker finds himself back at the line. We looked 2 times this season. Dylan Ringwald has hit at least 3 three-pointers, and those were against Sycamore here at home, which we were just mentioning earlier, and then versus Coleraine earlier in the season. Both those games had pretty much identical stat lines. He shot 5 for 10 from, or excuse me, he shot 5 for 10 from the field, and then hit 3 of the 9 three-pointers that he attempted. Second free throw, no good. Almost got the offensive rebound, but bobbled away. Johnson on the ground, fighting for it. Out of bounds. Comets have possession. So far, Comets keeping in most of their main players. Now Sherplin will take it up at the top, but haven't seen any of these JV guys with the commanding lead that the Comets have.
Yeah, mostly why they're going to keep in these starters is mostly like what we said before, getting that chemistry going. And also it's because you start one of these JV guys, yeah, if they play well, it's good, but it's against Withrow, and what are the odds that if they're playing well, that translates to a game like Lakota East? And it seems like going into the head of Coach 2, I don't want to take anything out of his mouth, but I mean, I think you keep in your starters, you don't hope for no injuries, and kind of run your offense like you would in a game that's going to be a GMC competitive game.
Yeah, you don't want to risk any injuries, so the Comets have to stay pretty conservative. Trends on the left side. Hardy hit a 3 earlier, doesn't take it there. Ball on the floor. Could not reel it in. Out to Pinsky. He hits the 2. and just kind of careless command of the ball that Withrow is having when it's on the ground, trying to fight for possession. Haven't been able to haul it in almost at all tonight. Coker on Johnson, turnaround shot, no good. Offensive rebound, he's done that many times tonight. A third opportunity, and it's finally rebounded by Lupinski, but the pass deflected. That'll do it for the third period here in the Mason Arena. Comets keep a commanding lead, 55-21, your score. We'll head to a break. We welcome you back for the start of the fourth period here on this pink out night. Comets, their biggest lead of the season, 55-21, your score, taking on the Withrow Tigers. I'm Daniel Panetti alongside Isaac Vargo for this fourth quarter. It's shot good from Coker. They strike first.
It's a good look there from Coker. He's trying to keep those points per game up, especially in this game where they're not really in contention to win the game.
And Isaac, I just want to mention with the big lead that the Comets have, even if he can't, I want to see the freshman Austin Trends, try a dunk.
I mean, when was the last time we had to raise the roof in Mason Arena? I mean, Austin Trends, he's got the height. I don't know if he has the hops, but if not, you got Jude Markich that can sit on the bench that just slams it down in JV games. So I don't know. You got a pink out game. Hasn't been a lot of attendance from students out here besides this game. And if you want to get a little bit more attendance, you gotta slam this one down.
Yeah, I mean you miss it. You're not really losing anything there. Like you said, maybe Sherplin has a good frame, 6'2". That shot good from Baldwin. Takes some spins and then dips in. But I want to see the Comets try something here in this last quarter.
I would love to too, but this is why we aren't the coaches. Coach Tui is making the smart decision and keeping his guys out there. Braylon Payton checking in for the first time today. A senior guard. Hasn't got a lot of varsity experience at all this year. He's another good option if the Comets do get in foul trouble.
That layup no good on transition. Coker was right there to get the second chance. So he delivers. Out to Tyler Lupinski. Measured at the top. Sherplin, a wide open lane, puts it up with the right hand, gets to two. Comets one away from the 60 mark.
We haven't seen a lot of 60s this year from this Comet team. Just seeing them be able to score at will is just a refreshing look for sure.
And the most that they've scored in a game was 60, and it was in that overtime loss to Fairfield. Now with a chance on this next possession to change that narrative. But Sherplin loses it. A lot of opportunities for the Tigers. They're not able to get it. Lupinski is getting wrapped up by some defenders. It's going to be a foul.
Looking at a guy on the court
On 15 Johnson.
We're talking about dunking. Braylon Payton can get up there for his size.
Yeah,
just looked on the other side. He's really athletic especially for his size. If he can get a breakaway, I don't know if he'll slam it down, but definitely got nothing to lose.
He's got 2 blocks on the year. He can get up there. Sherplin on the left side takes some moves. Lupinski tried to give him a set. Now down to him on the left side. Nice defense from Johnson down low. Tried to get it out to Trends, but they turn it over.
Just looking at the scorers table, Barnett and Drogi will check in the next whistle next time down. Still 4 minutes left in this game. Comets still leading by 30, so it is that running clock.
Yeah, the Comets will check in. Drogi and Barnett. Looks like the Tigers may have stepped out of bounds. So Trends will throw it in. Now looks like we're going to see, or at least the Tigers were threatening a bit of a press, but they back off. Trends will take it up this time. Gets away. And nice pass down to Sherplin. Can't connect. Ball still being fought for, but rebounded by Johnson. And now Tigers take it back up. Baldwin on the right wing. Coker takes it in. That shot no good. Rebounded by Payton. Barnett was heading down before we get a whistle.
It's going to be a charge or a push off there from Barnett.
Yeah, Barnett had a few stints of varsity games where he played, a good amount. He had 9 minutes in his debut versus Coleraine where he had 8 points and then had 19 minutes at Princeton, but since then hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. I think the way that he was shooting that, Coach Dewey could give him some more time.
Swanson checking in for the first time. One of those notable JV guys have gotten some varsity minutes.
What we're noticing is Austin Trends right now, the most experienced varsity player out for the Comets. It's mainly this JV squad that we've been talking about earlier. 3 from Baldwin. No good. Rebounded by Swanson. Trends thought about the 3. Now we'll just drive in a spin move and hits the 2. Black Hole gets into that one. Nice play from the freshman.
Spin cycle from Trends. Love to see it. Going around 2 minutes left. Be about all she wrote.
Here's Davis now in. And that pass deflected. Ball's on the ground. Trends takes it a 2-on-1. Him and Payton. Payton led too far on the pass. Now Trends up with it and takes some bounces. Drops in. Comets 63-27 with just a little over a minute left. The first time we've seen Davis today for the Tigers, the freshman who's been averaging about 10 points a game. I'm surprised we haven't seen him much.
Taken inside, it'll be cleaned up by Carter. Timeout Withrow, just about a minute to go. And checking in is Jude Markage. If you ever wanted a chance, as the student section loves it, if you ever wanted a chance to have this place erupt, it would draw up a play right here for number 14 in white.
The Comets, they haven't done a lot of dunking this year, but they can change that right here with Jude Markage, who had a game winner in, correct me if I'm wrong, but the JV game versus Middletown, hit a game-winning shot. A guy who, being a sophomore, this is a guy we're going to see at the varsity level next year. So, big chance. Black Hole showing out well in this last little minute. See what these JVers can, pull out of their sleeve.
And here it is. It's an all JV lineup for this Comet team.
So they'll throw it in. Fighting down for it. Out to Barnett on the top. He'll take it in. He's looking for Markich down low. Out to Minogue.
Gotta go.
Clock dips below 40 seconds.
It's probably what you want if you're the Comets. Giving Withrow the ball and get a chance to go in transition.
Now clock keeps on dipping, the hopes for the roof to be raised starting to fall. We'll see. Now trapped in the corner, pass out on the left side of three, no good.
Uh-oh.
Wide open, Markich. Can we see it?
Oh, I'll give it to him.
We'll give it to you, Jude.
Give it to me.
Clock will expire.
That's the most Mason dunk you will ever see, but we'll count it.
They make a two. It doesn't matter. Clock sounds here in the Mason Arena. Flashes out for the Black Hole Comets. Their biggest win of the season, 65-31, as they hope to kind of build a winning streak as we reach to the end of the season.
Yeah, of course. Getting this win is huge as a confidence builder in front of the home crowd. As you said, Hamilton, another great chance here at home. Comets got to get on that streak early. Season's starting to end.
So that'll do it here from the arena on this Pink Out Tuesday. I've been Daniel Panetti, joined alongside Isaac Vargo for tonight's broadcast. Alyssa Feinblatt doing the directing, as well as Trevor Rose on the camera. We thank you for watching here.